We will use a graphical user interface. This tool is called Sun Cluster Manager, and it allows you to administer and manage a cluster and do all the operations. It has a number of wizards which simplify complex tasks. And you can see there is a wizard for the Apache web server, and we will invoke that wizard. Now, this wizard will check to make sure all the required prerequisites are already done. It will do that verification automatically. But so we don't have to worry that we missed something. Now, the first thing we have to decide is which mode we want to run the Apache server in a failover mode or a scalable mode. Now, failover is the one you use for reliability, where you want to have a primary server and then a spare, and then use the spare only in the case of a failure. A scalable mode is where you want it to run many copies on all servers simultaneously. But in this example, we'll do the failover mode. Second is we have to select which nodes of the cluster we want to be available for Apache. This cluster that I'm using is called Sigman, and it has two nodes. Called psigman 1 and psigman 2, and we will. It's automatically selected both of them for me, and so I'll just go with that default selection. Next, it asks for the configuration file to start from. As Apache delivers an example httpd.conf file. And it went out and found that file. In fact, it found two copies of it, one on each node, and asked me if it's asking me if I want to use one of those. So I will just use the one it selected. Now it informs me that the configuration information and the document root for Apache are currently located in a local file system. Now, as I said, in order to be highly available, this directory needs to be placed in a shared storage device. So it's when I click Next, it will start that process. Now, it has gone out and searched for any highly available storage devices. If I had any pre-configured, they would show up here. In this example, there are none. So then it allows me to create a new one. So I'll just continue next and continue the process. Now it located two mount points, which I need to define a mount point for the data. So I'll just select one of those. Now, all of these things that it's finding, it does this discovery automatically, so that you don't have to go to a shell and find all this information for yourself. The wizard does that for you automatically. It goes out and finds all the information that's needed. And when I go, when I say next, now it automatically adds it to the list of highly available resources. So now one does show up. And I can just go to just use that one that we just created. I'll just hit Next. Notice I'm just hitting, for the default case, I'm just hitting Next, and I haven't even typed in anything yet. I'm just going with the defaults, which is good enough in most cases. Finally, we come to a screen where I actually have to type in something, and it's asking me for that URL that I want to be visible to the user. For example, like myvideostore.com. In this case, I have one created called Sigman 3, and we'll just use that for the demo. But of course, it can be anything you want, anything that you've configured as a network IP address, and then it will take that address and add it to the list of available ones, and we'll just go ahead and select that. Now it's telling me the path names and file names that it's going to be using. It's set all those things automatically. The only thing I could change at this point is the port number if I wanted to use a different port number, but we'll just use the existing one.